Want to hear more about going on that strike? Strike job that require you to be physically, emotionally healthy, because you have to be strong. That's my take on it. You have to be prepared. Everything was set up. They would take us back in the days on our day off. Not our day off, before the strike, we would explore the city that we're going to work in. They'll take us. I think I got to see where Prince lived, and many other places showed that he adored his nurse. He made sure we had a hot meal before we go in. Make sure we had lunch. To the point where I remember one time the same agency, I think the owner had passed away. So the different company, the agency had continued. And I said they used to give us meal ticket for the cafeteria or give us some kind of stipend. Or we would expect a lunch or a bag lunch. Now the days what they give you a bag, an apple, and some kind of protein bar. That's your breakfast. For lunch, you may have, sometime you get stuff, sandwich, sometime you don't. Sometime the hospital feeds you. That's in the contract. Sometime the hospital said, I'm not feeding them. So you have to figure out a way how you're going to eat. You can't leave the building. So those are the little things. And I remember one day I had asked the lady, are we getting lunch to that effect? Real nice, I said it. And she snapped at me. One of the boss lady, supervisor, whatever they call them, that come around and see if you're okay. And she was so awful. I was scared. So I never did it again. But it's such a difference from back in the days to now. And so I wanted to come out here and kind of wrap it up. I don't want to take long, but it's so much things I want to tell you. No, do not tell them where you're located, because they'll go Marriott, whatever. Oh, you at the Marriott. I wonder how much that costs. What you just did, new nurse or old nurse who has those kind of mouths, what you just did, you caused problem for us scabs. And I'm saying I'm scab because I cannot deny it. I was one of them. You create problem. In the middle of the night, we had to get up, pack our bags. And when I was in Philadelphia, there was a strike. I did not live in Philadelphia at that time. And we had to literally get up like 3 a.m. and rush in the bus. And we were scattered all over New Jersey because they came in the hotel and caused chaos. They even will slip through the door of the hospital and try to fight you. In Boston, Massachusetts, when I tell you those cops, those cops with the things on their head and they have barricades like this, they were in front of me, besides me, left, right, front, back, protecting me. Because those nurses, they mean business. They feel like you're a scab and you coming in and you doing the job that they trying to get the facility. They not getting no justice, no peace. And they want that. They want more salary. And if you listen to them, as a matter of fact, you don't have to listen to them. You ask the manager. She'll talk to you anyway. I'm like, what are they But one nurse will, what are they out there fighting for? More pay? When we get $18, $20 in Georgia, they getting $80 an hour and they want more? Huh? So they're fighting for something that we can't get, and they think that but they don't want what it is. They think scabs shouldn't be there because we should support them to get what they want. So one time, I think it was in DC. They rocked that DC or Pennsylvania, one of them. We were on this bus, and it's like a yellow school bus that goes up and down, up and down. I think it was exactly Pennsylvania. And a group of them came, and they was just shaking the bus and shaking the bus and shaking the bus. I said, oh, God. Back in the days, the agency would have real officers in the hotel protecting us. And that means that we couldn't go out, or other people, they would check coming in. Now, they slacking. They don't even do that no more. They don't do that no more. And that's what I don't like. I like the security. See, the security mean money. And the money goes not in my pocket, but goes in the administrative, I guess, pocket. A most important thing you should know. Let me just say, the people in California recently, they didn't know. They came downstairs. I'm telling you the scenario because I know it happened to me too. I went in. I thought, well, I'm going to pack my bag for 5 or 10 days, and I'm the nurse that they say, oh, you don't carry a lot, do you? I don't, because these things happen. These nurses, they come in with 2 big, huge suitcases like they gonna be on a strike for a month. I just carry my backpack, 7-day clothes. So before I got settled in the hotel room, we got a text. It's settled. And most of the nurses checked out the hotel, and we all was sitting in the lobby, just lounging, waiting for the ticket. And the ticket don't come any sooner. And you have to, it's an app, and they tell you, get your ticket from there. And most of the flights, by the time you get there, is gone. So you might not, so don't check out. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't check out, just stay. If you really want to do strike, the nurses that cross the picket line, sometimes they are nice, but a majority of time, they're working with the ones outside. If you're ever in a situation, and when I was in Albany, it happened. One of our nurses, we call them, they call us scabs or nurse replacement. Nurse replacement is a nicer word, but I'll take scab any day because I was. Why do we do it? We do it for different reasons. But anyway, in Albany, the nurse decided to tell the manager, tell the director and everything how much he gets paid. You know, one of those new nurses, they're so want to be like, I would say, they're fresh. You trying to tell them, and I'm telling them, do not say it. Please do not say it. Please. Every strike that I've been on, it's always someone opening their mouth. You have to be so careful. You at the bar. I'm saying nurses, the first few days you're in orientation and you get back to the hotel early. You decide to go get a drink or whatever you want, get some strawberry ice cream, Thai food, that's what I like. And you sitting there and you might want to get a drink. And next to you is a reporter. And the reporter, you are giving him information, not knowing because you're not having any experience. In the olden days, on the olden strike, the agency did not play. They'll fire you. Now it's like, I don't know now because it's so much confusion. But I still stick to the old way. They come at me. Oh, where you staying? At my house. Oh, where you from? Somewhere. I don't give out any information. I don't have a pen. I don't have anything that connect me to the hotel. They know the accent. Oh, that was accent. Where are you from? New York. If I slip, I say New York. Oh, What I've seen over the years is, these are just tips I'm trying to tell you. A lot of African American is doing a lot of strikes now. It used to be predominantly Caucasian. Now I'm seeing a lot of African Americans, Caribbean culture, you all in the same pot. When we went to Minnesota and we went up to that on that elevator and all those leaders there and the staff, they were amazed. They did not, it's like shocked because I think that hospital never seen so many African American nurses. So you going in situation like those. So you have to be prepared to do your best. Because when you first walk into that nurse in that hospital as a scab, they have all the negative about you. They just think that you cannot do it. But you have to go in there with your travel nurse coat on. I got this. And at the end of the day, I guarantee you, at the end of the shift, what the manager say, what everybody say, oh, I wish you would stay. I wish you would stay. Y'all did a good job. Because you have to do that. Because they already got the negative about you. And you're African American. So, I'm not saying that you should open up to them or anything. You should just do your job. That's what you're there for. Do your job. You'll meet some rude people. I'm talking about rude in the agency. When they stress, they take it out on you. Just calm yourself down. That's all I can tell you. Calm yourself down. Because at the end of the day, they have the upper hand. They'll fire you. My last tip, and this one is, be wary. Try to, and I'm not talking about strike anymore. If you're on a contract and you're set to go on a contract, and here you are on this strike that's not going to end until 6 weeks, and you are supposed to do at your hospital that you sign with this agency, and you calling them. Believe me, they are aware of strikes. And believe me, they're going to blackball you. I seen it happen when I was in Massachusetts. A nurse, she called up, she has an emergency, and AMN, I'm thinking about AMI. No, that's different agency, international. This one I'm talking about, if you ever try to do anything, work with them. AMN. Be very careful. Because you might be getting on that plane thinking you're going to a strike. And you wonder why when you get to the plane, they say, I don't have anything for you. And you call the agency, but the agency has a different name. Not knowing they connected with AM American Mobile. Not knowing they connected. The agency gonna say, oh, when you work for this, you didn't show up. Or when you work for that, so you can't work for us anymore. See, they are the stronghold in California. They're the stronghold all over. And whatever you do, and I'm telling you based on my experience and my situation with them, and I had to clear it up. And we're in good standing. Thank God. I hope so. But what happened is, I think the position was in California. And when they call you for a job, this was a job way back, and they had called me for an assignment in a site position in California. And I didn't know if I was gonna go, so I said, I'll think about it. But if you say I think about it, that's yes to them. So my advice to you, don't even say nothing, because they take yes or maybe so as a verbal confirmation, and they'll have you on going to California. And I didn't really want to go to California. I wanted to see what they have. And the lady called me another day. Oh, what should we do? She was very rude and angry. She said, but they have you on the schedule. How can they have me on the schedule and nobody interviewed me, which is, understandable, but they have you on the schedule. I can't let them cancel you, whatever. And so I said, no, I can't go. I didn't confirm it with you. That's a verbal contract, she told me. I didn't think nothing of it. It went by. They had an assignment, a crisis, rapid response. I applied to it. And they said, I can't submit you because in 2000 whatever, you didn't show up. So I fight it. I said, no, I don't have any proof. I didn't have any proof. I don't have any email verification. I don't remember where to find it. But I said, look, this was, I didn't get no contract. Okay, you said verbal contract, but I didn't agree. If I called and said, maybe, that doesn't mean that I'll go. So I said, I asked the lady, because I didn't want to mess up. What would it take for me to clear my name? And she said, do this contract in, I think it was in Minnesota, or it was in Massachusetts. She said, do this contract in Massachusetts for 6 weeks. And if you finish that, we won't have a problem. And you know what? You know what Patrice did? I went to that contract just to clear my name. And I finished it in 6 weeks. The money was the lowest I ever got. But I did it just to clear my name. That was a good thing because I did not know the strike company was bought out by them. So my name would have still been on that blackout list. I got to go to some of their strike. That means my name is clear. The recruiter is still calling me. My name is clear. So that's what I'm saying. Just be careful. I know some agency that I can't work for. Yeah, I messed up over the years when I told you that it was so much and nurses was jumping, and sometimes we jump too far and fall flat on our face. And that's what I did. I'm only human. So those are little tips that you should know. So if you want to go on strike, either you take a sick leave, but don't forget your secure job. Secure the bag means consistency. Secure the bag means that you don't leave yourself out there, because a strike is unstable. One day you get a 1 day. And a matter of fact, and one of the things I didn't like is for 1 day strike, this agency want me to come there and be tying up my life for 5 days. But I'm only getting paid for 1 day. So those are things, even though the pay was good for one day, these are things that you should think of. I like to go in a situation like that. I want to go to closer to that one day, but they don't do it like that. They want you to come there, sit in a hotel, and that's why these nurses go out and shop.